Welcome back, students. Today we will continue with our lesson Geographic Grid, Latitudes and Longitudes. In the previous lecture, I discussed the meaning of lines of latitude with you. In this lecture, I will explain the meaning of lines of longitude. Let us first understand the meaning of the word longitude. A longitude is the angular distance of a place east or west of the prime meridian. For example, in this diagram, here is the prime meridian and here you have the 40° east line of longitude. This 40° east line of longitude joins all the places which are situated at an angular distance of 40 degrees east of the prime meridian. Now let us understand what is meant by prime meridian. The prime meridian is the line of longitude whose angular distance is defined as 0 degree. It passes through Greenwich near London. As you can see in this diagram, this is the prime meridian. It is 0 degree longitude. It passes through a place called Greenwich near London, so it is also called the Greenwich meridian. The lines to the west of the prime meridian are suffixed with W, and those to the east of the prime meridian are suffixed with E. So you have 30 degrees east, 60 degree east, 90 degree east, 30 degree west, 60 degree west, 90 degree west, and so on. There are a total of 360 lines of longitude at 1 degree interval. The lines of longitude are also called meridians of longitude. Meridian is derived from a Latin word meridianum, meaning noon. When the sun is overhead on a particular meridian, it is midday or noon at that meridian. Since all places on a particular meridian will have noon at the same time, each line of longitude is called a meridian of longitude. All meridians of longitude are semicircles converging at the North Pole and the South Pole. Thus, all meridians are of equal length. As you can see in this diagram, all meridians are converging at the poles. The North Pole is visible here, but the South Pole is not, but you can make out that all meridians are converging at the North Pole. So all meridians are semicircles running from the North Pole to the South Pole. That means that all meridians are of equal length. The prime meridian is numbered as 0 degree. The others are numbered between 0 degree to 180 degree east and 0 degree and 180 degree west. The 180 degree meridian is numbered both as 180 degree east and 180 degree west, and it lies diametrically opposite to the 0 degree longitude. As you can make out, this is the prime meridian and this is the 180 degree meridian. Thus, both the prime meridian and the 180 degree meridian together make a full circle around the earth. But they are not the only two meridians which are making a full circle. There are others also. For example, 30 degree west and 150 degree east make a full circle. 120 degree west and 60 degree east make a full circle, and so on. So we have seen that two diametrically opposite meridians make a full circle, also known as the great circle. But individually, all lines of longitude are semicircles. The distance between two lines of longitude is maximum at the equator, that is 111 kilometers. the distance decreases gradually as we move towards the poles. And the reason is obvious. As you can see, all longitudes are coming closer together as they move towards the poles, and finally they converge at the poles where the distance between them is 0. Now we will understand the relationship between longitude and time. Time is measured on the basis of the overhead sun. When the sun is overhead at a place, it is 12 noon. The earth completes one rotation of 360 degrees in 24 hours. Thus, it passes through 15 degree of longitude in 1 hour or 1 degree in 4 minutes. So, 24 multiplied by 60, because there are 60 minutes in 1 hour, divided by 360, and the answer is 4 minutes. Since the earth rotates from west to east, any place situated relatively eastward from the other place will have overhead sun earlier, and a place situated relatively westward will experience the overhead sun later. Let us understand this with an example. In this diagram, all the places which are situated at 20 degrees west longitude will experience the overhead sun much earlier than the places on 40 degree west longitude. In the same way, all the places situated on 20 degree east longitude will experience the overhead sun much earlier than the places situated on 0 degree or the prime meridian. Therefore, if it is 12 noon at 0 degree longitude, it must be 4 minutes past 12 noon towards the east at 1 degree east longitude, or at 15 degree east it must be 1 p.m. Towards the west, the time will be reduced. This means that for each 1 degree longitude towards the east, 4 minutes are to be added, and for each 1 degree towards the west, 4 minutes are to be subtracted. As you can see in this example, if it is 12 noon at the prime meridian, at 1 degree east, the time will be 4 minutes past 12. At 2 degree east, it will be 8 minutes past 12. And at 15 degrees east, it will be 1 p.m. because 15 multiplied by 4 is equal to 60. That is 60 minutes or 1 hour. So if it is 12 noon at the prime meridian, it will be 1 p.m. on 15 degree east longitude. Similarly, if we go westwards from the prime meridian, at 1 degree west, the time will be 11:56 a.m. and at 2 degree west meridian, it will be 11:52 a.m. and so on. You can remember this with the formula EGA WLS. EGA stands for East Gain Add. That means as you travel eastwards, you gain time, so you add the time. And WLS means West, lose, subtract. You go towards the west, you lose time, so you subtract. The prime meridian, together with the 180 degree longitude, divides the earth into the eastern and the western hemisphere. However, any two diametrically opposite lines can also divide the earth into two equal hemispheres. As you can see, this is a map of the world, and this is the prime meridian passing through the center at 0 degree. It is dividing the whole world into two hemispheres, the eastern hemisphere and the western hemisphere. So you can see in the western hemisphere you have a small part of Africa, South America is there, North America, Greenland, and in the eastern hemisphere you have most of Africa, Europe, Asia, Australia, New Zealand, etc. We have already discussed that time is measured on the basis of the overhead sun. When the sun is overhead at a place, it is 12 noon. This time is called the local time. As the sun is overhead at different times, at different places, therefore, each place on earth has its own local time. For each degree of longitude, the local time varies by 4 minutes. Let me explain this with the help of an example. For example, the longitude of Delhi is 77 degree east and that of Kolkata is 90 degree east. So, if it is 12 noon local time at Delhi, let us see what the local time will be at Kolkata. Here is the map of India showing the location of New Delhi and Kolkata. So here we have Delhi at 77 degree east longitude and this is Kolkata with 90 degree east longitude. So we have to find out what is the local time at Kolkata when the local time at Delhi is 12 noon. First we have to see the longitudinal difference between the two. So longitudinal difference is 90 degree east minus 77 degree east, that is 13 degrees. If for 1 degree longitude the time difference is 4 minutes, then for 13 degrees longitude it will be 13 multiplied by 4 is equal to 52 minutes. Since Kolkata is to the east of Delhi, so here is Delhi, Kolkata is towards its east, the time will be added. So the local time at Kolkata will be 12:52 p.m. That means 12 noon plus 52 minutes, 12:52 p.m. I conclude my lecture here. Thank you and have a nice day.